Hey ladies, trying to make sure I'm live. What's up, y'all? Coach Steph here. I am excited to talk to you today. I've gone live twice this week, so I think I went live Sunday. Sunday was a really good one. I can't remember the topic, but if you missed Sunday's live, you should definitely go back and watch it. Today I'm going to be talking about self-love and your health journey. I'm not going to be on here long. I haven't got a busy day. My son's actually asleep, so I'm actually in my kitchen right now. So when he gets up, it's probably gonna be time to log off, but say hi when you get in here. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. If you are hopping on live, say hello. We're talking about self-love, and I wanted to talk about this because of something that I saw. I think I was scrolling on social media and saw something that someone said. It kind of triggered this, because for a lot of people, your health journey is a journey of self-love and self-discovery and self-awareness. And there's so many skills that you need, including self-love, to build the body that you want. So as you're hopping on, say hello. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, and let me know you're watching. Wanted to make sure you guys knew, first of all, I don't even think I've said this other than today because I totally forgot, but there is an early bird. The Fit Figure Formula is enrolling now. So if you want to join the 16-week program, early bird starts now. So if you want additional weeks with me and one-on-one calls before we start the group, you should definitely click the link in the pinned comments to apply, or you just DM me and I'll send you the link and just say, hey, I'd like to learn more about what it's like to coach inside the Fit Figure Formula, and I will break it down for you, and I'll also get to know you a little bit better and make sure that it's a good fit and that I can help you. I signed up 3 clients today. And I have one more pending, so I hope you see this and know that I have not forgotten. But the 3 ladies that have already committed, they are already inside the app. They are already checking off stuff. So if you're interested, early bird is now. So you get bonus value, an additional like 4.5 to 5 weeks, right? So you get the 16 weeks with the group, but then also you're actually getting because it's already Thursday, it's about 4.5 to 5 weeks additional. So, hi Tawana, thanks for watching, girl. Talking about self-love today. All right, I'm gonna jump in because I don't want to wake up my son. Okay, so what is required for self-love? So if you're watching the replay, if you're watching live, think about what self-love is to you. What does that mean to you? Think about what it means to you in your health journey. Then also think about what it feels like. So I want you guys to kind of just imagine feeling good. Okay, feeling good. You might think about like taking a bubble bath with some luxurious soap that smells really good. Maybe the lights are dim. You've got some candles going, right? You've got some warm water. I love taking a bath in like hot water, with like a fan blowing on my face so I don't get too hot. Getting out of the shower, taking some of your favorite perfume or your favorite lotion, like smell good lotion, and like lotioning up so you're like really moisturized, your skin feels good, you're hydrated, and you put on some like pajamas that might either feel really cozy or might make you feel extra pretty or extra feminine. You might slip on, for me, because I don't be looking super cute when I go to bed, but I definitely love me some like fuzzy socks because I cannot stand cold feet, and walking around tile in my house I don't do. So I love fuzzy socks of all kinds. So like imagine how that feels, right? So for you, if it's like something a little bit more feminine and silky, Or if it's more comfort, I'm all about comfort. I'll need my fuzzy things and some slippers. And just think about how that feels. And to do it intentionally, right? To lotion your skin and intentionally think about how it feels and just kind of like notice and give attention to, I feel really good. I love this. I love the fact that I can smell good, look good, and just really like sitting in that and doing it on purpose. Because there's a difference between doing something on purpose, right? There's a difference between doing something on purpose. Like, let's say watching Netflix is really something that you really enjoy. Crashing on the couch and watching Netflix is one thing. But deciding that I'm going to, when I come home, take a shower, get on the couch, and just curl up and watch Netflix, and knowing that you're doing it on purpose for your enjoyment, it feels different, right? So self-love needs to be intentional, okay? We typically will go around and just do stuff. We're putting out fires, we're dealing with our kids, things like that. But are you being really intentional about how you want to feel? How about how you want to smell, how you want to dress, how you want to take care of your body, and then doing that on purpose? So kind of liken this, like here, kind of liken this to if you're eating a really healthy meal. Like sometimes we like to go to like farm to table restaurants, and the food is, I can just tell, like when I eat it, I don't feel heavy. I feel well nourished and it feels good. And I like that. I like to feel that way. I get this like a similar feeling like if I'm juicing, and I love juicing. I love smoothies. I don't use them for weight loss, but I incorporate them into my diet, but it makes me feel clean on the inside. So there's something special about intention when it comes to my self-love. I'm going to do this for me on purpose. And are we doing that enough? And so this could look like, for me, going to work out, right? Because it makes me feel good. I like the way it makes me look. I like knowing that I'm a self-disciplined person and that I will get up and go. I like creating that streak and being like, yes, I did this, week after week, month after month, I'm showing up for myself. I like that. That's a part of self-love too, right? So are you intentionally loving yourself? Are you doing this on purpose? Are you living on purpose? Are you thinking on purpose? Right? In order to live on purpose, we got to think on purpose, right? So self-love is intentional. Your health journey needs to be intentional, doing this on purpose. I was talking to one of my clients in our group community, and she's killing it. She's doing a great job. I'm slowly increasing her calories. She's looking super athletic. She's being very consistent with her workouts. She's consistent with her meals and not like obsessive. So hasn't been perfect, but definitely, she's eating way more food than what she was when we first started working together. But she told me the other day she doesn't really like to work out, and I'm like, okay, so you're making yourself go, and that's great. But what would it look like for you to do something and move your body in a way that you actually enjoyed? And she couldn't think of anything that she actually liked. So I'm like, okay, well, let's try to go on a little adventure, a little exploration of self to find how would I move my body in a way that feels like I'm enjoying myself. I'm not just going to the gym to burn a calorie, because that's a lifestyle, right? Like, yes, I totally believe in weight training, and she still might have to continue to do that even though it's not her favorite thing. But then a couple days a week, let's find some ways that you actually love. One of my other clients loves tennis. I'm like, are you still playing tennis? Are you still doing things that you love to do? Are you still moving your body with intention, doing things that you actually love? Because that's really the lifestyle. The diet culture will tell you you have to keep doing stuff that you don't like to do in order to get this result. But a lifestyle will say, how can I bring more enjoyment to this? So we talked about she's transitioning from our home workouts to gym workouts. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to the gym, have you tried the classes? You might like it, right? Like you might like that and enjoy that a little bit more than just weightlifting. And so I'm going to continue to encourage her to find things that she actually loves, because that's more about building the lifestyle. And finding stuff that you love and doing it is also self-love. You do not have to just pound the pavement. And as Black women especially, I feel like we're so conditioned for things to be hard. Like it's supposed to be hard and it's going to be hard and we have to work harder just to get half as far. And we kind of accept that in all areas, and we're not actually critically thinking about like, how could I enjoy this more? What do I like about this, and how could I do that part more? Right? Like, how can we call in ease? I talk about this a lot with another client that I have. I want to enjoy my life. So what would that look like? What would it take for me to enjoy moving my body and eating well? What would that take? And spend some time thinking about that and like troubleshooting, because it's definitely worth it. Y'all let me know if this is making sense. So being intentional, right? I mentioned self-discipline earlier. Self-discipline is self-love. Self-discipline is banking and betting on your future self. Self-discipline is guidance, boundaries. Having boundaries with yourself is self-love. Doing what you need to do that's in your own best interest is self-love and self-discipline, right? And self-discipline requires intention. It requires having a goal or a plan. And it also requires the mindset to be able to execute, right? Executing the plan. So don't think of self-discipline as this rigid thing that like makes you do something that you don't want to do. Self-discipline is actually self-love. And so if we think about that, I want you to like feel how that feels in your body. If I think about how love feels, think about something that you just love, right? And think about self-discipline. I guess you can liken it to like your child, how much you love your child. And you're not going to just let them go run in the street and play and get hit by a car or something, right? Like you're going to protect them, and you're going to discipline them and make sure that they know like right from wrong. That's the same way that we need to be with ourselves, not in shame and punishment and judgment, but in utter love and taking care of ourselves. So next time you think about self-discipline, and people say this all the time too, I'm not self-disciplined. What does that say about your self-love? If you think that you're not a self-disciplined person, what do you think about your love about yourself? How would that look? Sorry, y'all. So dig into that a little bit, right? Self-love also looks like rest. So some of us are always going, and we feel like we can't rest. We don't have time to rest. We can't afford to rest. And I'm definitely talking to myself. Woo, I am talking to me. Y'all have no idea. But allowing yourself permission to rest is self-love. And actually, what I was going to talk about today, I kind of just switched a rule on y'all today, because I was supposed to talk about rest and why not resting is toxic to your goals. And I switched it at the last minute because I wanted to get some better notes on that topic. And I can talk about self-love all day, so I just swapped them out. But when you are thinking about, I think I lost my train of thought. Let me see. Damn, y'all, what was I talking about? My brain just went completely blank. We're talking about self-discipline. And y'all remind me what I was saying. Like, my brain, rest. See, this is why I need rest, okay? Talking to myself. We go. and we don't think that we can have rest, and we betray our own feelings. Self-betrayal is a thing, especially with perfectionists, because whether it's people pleasing, whether it's holding yourself to this high standard and not taking time to check in with your feelings and just doing versus like actually feeling, right? Taking time to rest and feel your feelings, taking time to take a nap, taking time to do things that you enjoy and not always be pounding the pavement and making things hard. Sometimes we are looking for the hard. Sometimes we are calling in the hard because we think that it needs to be like this or else it's not good enough. I'll never reach my goals, which is not true, by the way. Rest is required. So how are you allowing yourself to rest, whether it's from a workout? Sometimes I will legitimately tell my clients, we're not working out this week. Let's take a week off. Let's do some restorative practices. Take some walks, do some yoga, let's stretch. No heavy lifting this week. We'll take diet breaks as well, like no tracking your food this week. Just eat. Use the knowledge that you have gained from tracking your food, but then we're not tracking this week. Let's give yourself a mental break and a mental rest. So are you allowing yourself to rest? That is self-love. Okay? I want you to think about how you feel when you are contributing something that is valuable. So whether it's you have a skill set and you're helping someone, or you're volunteering and you are being charitable, we have a human desire to actually contribute our gifts, talents, and abilities in something that we feel that is valuable. And we can talk about nutrition, we can talk about fitness, but part of like wellness and just like being a well-rounded, stable person who feels good on the inside and the outside is doing something that makes you feel useful and of value. Are you doing that in your life? Right? That could be working on a project that is like a passion project for you. That could be being the best mom that there is. That could be making time to work out or to help somebody else on their journey, right? Like, we have to be able to contribute as human beings. And part of what's in my curriculum when I teach my clients, it comes up at least once a week of, did you do something that you love? Did you do something that made you happy? We can't have wellness if we're always just making ourselves do stuff that we don't want to do. If we're not intentional about putting in, how am I like fulfilling my life? A lot of our lives are filled up with a whole bunch of stuff, but it's not the stuff that like actually makes us happy. So you can eat all the healthy food you want. You can lift all the weights. You can run all the miles. You can be super fit, have a six-pack. But if your soul is dying at a job that you hate, if you have decided to stay married to someone who is sucking the life out of you, if you have decided that, you know, I will just stick it out because, you know, I'm here, and you feel like you don't have any other choices, that's going to make you feel horrible. And one of two things will happen. If you're the type of person that will bury yourself in workouts, and that's the reason why you're working out so hard and going so hard, or you'll find all the reasons and excuses not to go fix something else instead of dealing with like the actual problem. So being able to contribute and use your gifts, talents, and abilities. And if you don't know what your gifts, talents, and abilities are, perfect opportunity to start with your interests. When I used to homeschool my kid, we started out with interest-based learning, and we said, okay, what are you interested in? And we just literally went down the rabbit holes of like, oh, you like theater? Okay, cool. Let's go to some plays. Let's learn about some playwriters. Let's learn about costume design. Let's learn about lighting. Like we literally went through like learning about colors and all the things, story writing. And you can do that same process in terms of like, what are my gifts, talents, and abilities? One of the hardest things for people to answer is like, who am I, right? And part of who you are is like what brings you joy, what makes you feel like self-love, like you're being loved and that you're loving yourself. So talked about having self-discipline, talked about being intentional about how you feel and making yourself feel that way. Talked about rest, contribution. And I want you, this last one I'm going to give you is look at your time and your money. If you take an audit of your time and if you take an audit of your money, you will see where your priorities are. So whatever's taking up the most of your time and whatever's taking up your extra money, that is where your priorities are. So I want you to think about that. Where are you in the equation of your time? And where are you in the equation of your money as it relates to your health? Now, one thing I will say that y'all will spend some money on supplements, on, waist trainer, on, joining like a 6-week challenge that's like, go hard or go home. Right, you'll do those things that are fleeting and that are supplementary and that are not as sustainable, right? But have you invested in yourself in a way that's like, okay, first of all, where the quality of my food? Am I going to Popeyes every day, or am I buying real food and buying some groceries? Right? Am I paying for a gym membership and not going? Or do I refuse to work out at home? I have a lot of resistance because I understand this because I don't like working at home. So that's why I go to the gym. But some people will literally not be able to make themselves go to the gym because they have a home gym and I should be able to work out at home, but they never do. And won't go get a gym membership. And then there's other people who are paying for the gym membership. That was their action, but really they're not even going, right? So making sure that you're auditing your time and auditing your money. Are you putting yourself in the equation? Whether it's spending money on some self-care and doing some intentional self-care. Right now I need a massage so bad because I don't know if I told y'all, but I injured myself. I was doing some pull-ups and I felt a pop on my torso, y'all. I was like, what is that? It didn't hurt at the time, but it felt really weird and I stopped and it's been a weird pain. I have to go get some imaging done. But because of that, my back on this side, I'm kind of compensating. It's really hurting and I need a massage, right? So doing self-care practices, are you taking time to take care of yourself in that way? Are you investing in long-term strategies that are going to help you with your health, whether it be food, whether it be getting the proper guidance that you actually need? Whenever I have sales calls on with clients or potential clients, I'll ask them if they're like, ooh, I don't know if I can spend the money. I'm like, well, if you were to get the result that you want, would you ever think like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have spent money on this? Of course not, right? Like your health is priceless and it's the most important thing. There's a reel that goes around and he says, if I gave you $1 million today, right? If I gave you $1 million today, but you'd have to die tomorrow, would you take it? And everyone says no, right? Money is not more important than your health. Your health is top priority. So if you were to audit your time and your money, does your time and your money also say like, okay, this is a priority for this person, right? Are you in your calendar? Do you have time in your calendar, in your planner for you, what you need to do so you can be, calm your own nervous system down? that you can take a break. I have clients who don't have small children. They, are just, or maybe they're just like a single person. Some of them are young, some of them are older. And I'm like, how is it that you don't have time to go to sleep? Because work takes precedence. And I'm just like, you don't have any children, and this job is taking up that much time? Can't be, right? There's gotta be a way that we can fit ourselves in for the basic necessities of getting 8 hours of sleep and feeding yourself throughout the day, right? Like those should be like basic things. So I hope this is making sense, y'all. Like I said, I'm so tired. So I kind of feel like I was all over the place, but I hope this made sense and I hope this was helpful. Yes, Tawana, I think you might need a rest. Tawana be going hard. You go so hard. I always see you on there. Hey, Facebook, and doing 10,000, 20,000 steps. And I know you, it seems like you like it. It seems like you enjoy movement. But it's okay to take a rest. So this week while I'm not incapacitated, but I have been resting my body because of my torso. I actually haven't felt as bad. I go for my mental health. I need to go to the gym for my mental health, but I've been pretty good. But I think I will start back next week walking. So anyway, hope this was helpful. Hope I didn't ramble too much. I have been, I rest. Rest and self-care, two things that I could work on. So what are the two things that you can work on? Where could you love yourself more? So if you're watching this, if you're watching the replay, where is it that you could intentionally practice loving yourself more and feeling that sense of like, I really enjoy this, doing something on purpose for you? What are two things? You can put that in the chat if you're watching the replay, or if you are watching live. Do not forget that the Fit Figure Formula is open for enrollment. Early bird is enrolling, so you will get some extra weeks, some extra one-on-one calls with me, so that we can get started before the group starts in September, which is coming up super soon. So I'll be walking you through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and that part of the year. So this is probably, if you had to pick one of the times to enroll, because I only do the group 3 times a year. This is the last one. This would be the one, because I see this happen so much, and this happens not in shame. I'm not like trying to give you a guilt trip, but it happens where there's a whole bunch of food, and if you do not know how to manage your mind, and you don't know how to set boundaries, you don't know how to use your voice or have any balance. It's either like, oh, I'm eating everything, or I'm not partaking in anything. If you don't know how to have that balance, I can walk you through that so that you feel confident, so you can eat more. I'm telling you guys, my clients are strategically eating more food, and when I post their screenshots, literally their body fat, their scale weight measurements, and their waist and hips going down. So if you need help with that, let me know. Click the link in the pinned comments so that you can apply to work with me. I love walking, but I need to be consistent with weightlifting. Okay, so just adding in one or two more days. I know you love walking, I can tell. So hopefully y'all, this was helpful. I'm gonna get off of here. I need to take some rest, take a break. Apply to work with me, and I'll see y'all next week.